Today I have the pleasure of speaking with Sam. Sam, would you like to introduce yourself and your business to the community?
Sure. So I'm Sam Impey, or Dr. Sam Impey. I work for a PhD. I should probably include it at this stage. So I'm a co-founder at Hexus. We're a nutrition app. So we were really born out of, I guess, the experiences that myself, my co-founders went through working in professional sport and a variety of other areas. And just where we saw a gap in the market, essentially to automate a lot of the kind of components that a nutritionist does day to day that take time, and kind of, keep them away from the important stuff, which, is building relationships and trust with clients and athletes. And that's really where we feel Hexus kind of fits into this space.
Amazing. And how long have you been up and operating?
Yeah, we've been, we did a kind of beta trial with like 1,000 athletes just prior to COVID. COVID slowed us down a little bit, obviously, but kind of gave us an opportunity to sort of go away and refine the learnings that we took from our beta trial. And kind of we've been live in the App Store, or App and Play stores now for probably 3-4 months. I should probably know the exact date, but around about 3 or 4 months now.
How exciting. And what do you think's been the kind of like the biggest learning since you went, right, let's do it?
Do you know what? I think something that we really kind of developed in, or kind of an artifact almost of the last couple of years, I guess, is that we're an entirely remote team. A kind of entirely remote company. We're spread across the UK and Ireland, and we actually have a member of staff in Singapore as well. So I think it's been a really amazing kind of opportunity to learn how to build culture and kind of those sort of standard business practices, but doing it entirely through the medium of digital technology. And I guess being a technology company, fundamentally, it's something that we should be good at. But I think how hard you have to work to actually create that can I think was a little bit of a surprise to us, kind of along the way of trying to build out what is actually a very human process, or has been a very human process in, providing nutrition support, and I guess realizing the complexities that go into, what seems like a kind of simple task, or an everyday task to someone who works in the space anyway.
No, fabulous. And because you've got that fully automated kind of process and the app, have you noticed the generation game coming into play between kind of the iGens to early millennials, if I can say that word?
It's a good question, actually. I mean, I think nutrition, if we're really honest with ourselves as an industry, has lagged behind a little bit in the digital space. And so there was, until very recently, and even still at the highest level now, quite often the medium is WhatsApp or Facebook, or there are some kind of apps that do individual jobs, and you can kind of connect them to other bits of technology, but it's never really kind of had a really well thought out sort of specific technology piece built for it. And so it's interesting, actually. I think people who are inherently digital natives kind of almost have higher expectations, which I get, and kind of understand that. And whereas I think kind of clients or athletes who are slightly older kind of go, oh wow, this is actually kind of, this feels like it's good technology, and it's moving forward. But
what excites you the most about your business?
Oh, geez, how long have you got? I mean, I guess we're very much still in that startup space. We're kind of pretty scrappy at the moment, and just trying to get a lot done. On as kind of minimal resources as possible. I think particularly with the current kind of economic climate, things have become challenging over the kind of last 3 to 6 months, which is great because it kind of forces innovation to an extent. I think it has driven us to solve problems in a slightly different way as a business, which has been fantastic. I mean, our business is I think we're very fortunate in that we're able to talk to a lot of different areas of the globe, who kind of, we see problems resonating in similar ways, whether it's in Australia, South Africa, you know, the United States, wherever it is. And so we really feel that because we're able to kind of collect information broadly from a kind of global audience, that kind of quite excites us and keeps us driving to, you know, to push the product forward, I think, because obviously we believe there's kind of potential there. For me personally, I came to an academic background, and yeah, kind of having the opportunity to move into kind of more business operations space, beginning to learn about the finances, you know, kind of helping to manage staff who are very much outside of my knowledge base, on a personal level, has been yeah, a really kind of interesting journey, you know, for myself, as well as sort of bringing a product that solves a pain point I experienced. I really think, you know, is kind of, that's what kind of gets us out of bed in the morning, I think.
No, fabulous. And I'm just absolutely certain that people will resonate with that completely, because it's so, to do what you love in a business is the dream for so many. And which leads me seamlessly onto my next question. So if you were talking to somebody who was thinking about starting a business, what advice would you give them?
That's a great question. I would say talk to almost as many people as you can about your idea. I think I mean, reflecting on my own journey, I kind of went through that little process of like, oh, you know, like, who should I tell? You know, like, is someone going to steal my idea? And I think honestly, like, I don't, for the most part, everyone is going to be, most of the people in like a startup space or in a you know, kind of new business space are actually, we found, just completely supportive of everyone else in the area. You know, reach out, you know, try to contact people in the you know, who may be kind of good advisors, or, you know, people would often give you, you know, give you some time if you, you know, if you ask for it. I think, you know, just do is probably the big one. You will spend you could spend a lifetime procrastinating and trying to refine every single detail before you get something off the ground. But just do begin. You know, don't you won't get everything perfect before you start, or you won't get every step perfect every time, and that's absolutely okay. You know, I guess we have always tried to take a kind of engineering mindset to it. So iterate quickly, fail fast, and learn. It's you know, it's certainly for us in a technology space, it's by far and away the probably the most effective way to just get going, and you'll learn very, very quickly, which is, I always think, is a good thing, but lifelong learner.
Completely. Thank you so much. And 100%, that's really good advice. Talk. Don't sit in the dark and hope, just talk, and you'll get the confidence, and the momentum will come from those conversations. So thank you so 100%. Much for sharing. And then my last question, looking back on your journey from where you started in concept and thought to now, can you sum it up in a short sentence or a few words?
As in, like, how aligned are we to where we thought we'd be when we set out?
Yeah.
Do you know what, I think we're pretty close. Strangely, like, we've taken a very windy path to get here, but I think looking at the product that we wanted to build, and what we believed that would satisfy the job that we needed it to do, I think we're certainly, we're heading that direction, and I think we're pretty close to where we wanted to be. The path to get there, very windy, lots of twists and turns and many different conversations on the way, but I don't think it's necessarily been that the vision has been the all driving factor, but I actually think we had kind of quite good clarity on what we were trying to solve. And I guess, as I said, you know, talking to people from all over the world, the same pain points seem to be coming up in this space, and that makes it fairly easy to kind of navigate the ship, as it were, and sort of point it in the right direction. So yeah, I think we're fairly close.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. And that wraps us up. Great job.